Hello, welcome back. Last time, Bithro started building a room here, and it looks a little sparse right now, but it's gonna get more cluttered pretty rapidly. So, Quince East. Altlick's still there, Mirror's still there. This is new. Okay, so now you go in this tunnel and out that one in order to do that. There's also a little patch of water, so that if the Altlick were stuck just sort of sitting in here, wanting to go south... Ooh. If an Altlick wants to go southwest... Now, I would say that it would slide down here and go there, but... I think that's actually false, because if I'm over here, then the Altlick will have horizontal preference, right? Not totally sure, but let's see if we can find a quick way to test that. So I would just go in here. Alright, so going in here involves getting rid of this water skipper, who is surrounded by ormites, so a little hard to do. So here the trickery clearly is to do with... Oh, interesting, okay. So the guard has to blow up that bomb in order to get rid of the water skipper. And we've seen how to do this sort of thing before. He'll have to be on ormites, facing southeast with Bithro here. Then he'll think he has a sword, step north to kill Bithro, face north, draw his sword, stab the bomb. Bithro will be in this convenient safe spot. This is also something I remember from having gone through this before, which is why I honed in on that so quickly. Don't know what you're for yet. Altlick, why don't you just look at that other mirror for a little while? This one over here. See if I do this and then that. There we go. That'll work. So guard. I need you in a specific spot. Also, there's a water skipper there, so getting you in that specific spot will take a little more effort than I first thought it might, but that's fine. It's very doable. Come to me this way. Point your sword here. Get there. Alright, I'm going to step north and you're going to blow up that bomb. Kaboom. Okay. There've been like a couple of rooms in this compilation that really expect me to know that trick, haven't there? I mean, I know it, so that's cool, but it is a bit arcane, maybe? Okay, so that's a toggle. Let's just see how this behaves. So Altlick, come back in your cage. Back to your old home. There you go. Now just sit there. Haven't interacted with the evil eye yet. I'm not sure if it's involved in this. Yeah, you horizontal preference, that's what I thought. And the beam conveniently gives me a visual reference for exactly where I would have to be to change its preference. So I would have to be all the way out here for that to happen. But if it weren't an Altlick and instead were an evil eye, then that would work just fine. Okay, so then the puzzle becomes how to get the evil eye to replace the Altlick. Don't think it needs to involve that, but it could. I mean, yeah, sure. Let's involve this. So I could involve this like that, and then this. Sure. This won't quite work. Maybe if my sword's a different way? Nope. Maybe if I go around the other way? Yes, this should be fine. There we go. Okay. Alright, so now you're an evil eye instead of an Altlick, and you arrive there at the same turn, and everything's cool. Great! Now the familiar, clean up. Good stuff. Alright, that one was a little easier than its predecessor. So, new stuff. Force arrows, pressure plate, roach queen. Now fuse. So I've been given another way to set off this bomb, implying I might not want to have the guard do it the same way. It is still an option to have the guard do it, but there might be something else I need it for. So you're a roach queen. This must turn off with, okay, that orb, which closes those, and then, okay, so I would use this orb. That arrow would go away. You'd lay an egg, that roach would step here and just sort of come to me. However, that's a fire trap. Okay, so let's look at how this goes. So for one thing... Wait, no, the fire trap is activated by this. Oh, okay. So the timing I hit this orb doesn't actually matter, it's just that I only get one roach out of this queen. And I don't get to move again until that has happened. And since I only get one roach out of this queen, that seems like a problem. So my first instinct, right, because I really want the roach to land here, because nobody else can ever land there. So let's see. While I found a way to have a guard hit an orb while I was kind of far in a corner, while I was far away from him, that worked in this kind of open space a few rooms back. That was really cool, by the way. Whichever was the first one that had the guard. But I don't think it'll work in this particular space. Because I don't think I could get the guard to face the appropriate way, so B-Throw is the one who has to hit this orb. So... tools. Hey, this is new. So let's see, I could have like... an omplik and a mirror would be enough here, actually. Do I need them for something else? Feels like I could do the same thing with the evil eye that I did before and not worry about that. Also feels like the guard really doesn't even have a job here. I'll just leave him in his cage for now. Let's see if I can get the rest of this to work. So I would want... omplik and mirror. Hey. Over here. Kind of, let's see. Like that's perfect. Okay. So that should be adequate for getting the roach to make it in there. Which will open this. I'm actually not yet sure why that's important if I don't need the guard. And it still currently does seem like I don't need the guards. But let's see where this goes wrong. It seems like it will somehow. What's this for again? Don't know why that would be yet. Because I can definitely... okay, well, I first need to... oh, okay, so, sure. I first need to deal with this stuff, which is fine. So Roach Queen does her thing, Roach does its thing. Roach is dead, Water Skipper's gone. I step on this. Hey, look, a door. Wait, I don't see anything... This is permanently closed. Oh, I'm not getting at that anymore. Okay, so this door has no connections. That's interesting. So... what does that mean? Don't know what this means either. Seems almost like it wants me to park the omplik there and have, like, the guard hit this while I'm down here somehow, but there's no way that's gonna happen. Okay. I am having a lot of trouble imagining how this could ever help me right here. Feels like I could still do the thing where I park the guard up here and just like have him step on that at the appropriate time. Let's really, really try not to do that though. So at some point the mirror does have to go here. I would say I haven't... No, I don't think I've lost anything here. I can still get the Omplic back out and the mirror without killing either of them. Now I have awakened the evil eye. So if I want a sleeping evil eye, I can't have one anymore. So yeah, while that's toggled by this, nothing opens that, so that's just permanently shut. Maybe in a future room, Bithro will add something that connects to this, but in this one there is nothing. Now just because this mechanism is here doesn't necessarily mean I have to use it. Maybe he has future plans for it, because I sure can't see how this would help me. I mean, either I want a blockage right here, or I want an Omplic somewhere in this diagonal to stop looking at that mirror at some point. Neither of those things feel like they'll help me get somebody to step on this plate, which still is necessary because these connections remain as they were. So yeah, unless I was supposed to get more roaches out of this somehow, which is seemingly impossible. I think I solved that as well as I possibly could have. Like, I didn't spend any resources permanently to get that roach to go in there. What could a guard do for me? I mean, yeah, again, this whole exercise was to save the guard, because otherwise I would kill him with the bomb. But now that I have a guard, what can he do? I guess the sword reflection thing with the Omplic, like I was taught there. Yeah, what Larry taught me to do. Let's do that. That's the evil eye and guard are for, I'm gonna say. Okay, so it's the same thing, just with some additional setup. So I didn't want to put the evil eye there like I did. So you stay asleep. Let's use the Larry technique. And that means I want guard out, which means I have to spend the mirror, which means the Omplic can spend his time looking... Okay, yeah, so that is actually extremely convenient. I understand now. Because this allows me to put you in place right here, and then from over here get you to face toward the guard sword, which will be there. Cool. So let's get the guard sword there. No, okay, I need the guard for all this. This is fine. I've already done the evil eye plus guard thing before, so I'm sure I can repeat it. Because I had you come over... Forget how I did that exactly, but again, I'm sure I can repeat it. It's not quite working out the way I wanted right here, but weirdly that's worked? What? What? Why? None of that had any excuse for working. I so should not have gotten away with any of that. How dare you? Okay, so very undeserved successful manipulation, but I'll take it. Water skipper go boom. I get in here and... Yeah, I can get west enough to get the Omplic to not see the guard sword anymore and step on that plate. Cool. Thanks, Larry. Ooh. That's fine. That's fixable. Okay. And then you guys can just die the normal way, buy Bithra's sword, and the room's done. Nice. Hey, I got a second place. I wonder if I would have gotten a first if I had exited the other way. Unlikely, but you never know. Let's try. See if I can get a 0 effort first place here. No, it's still a second. That's fine. Didn't need it. No, I don't need to. Just continue. Okay. So, new elements. This lake here expanded. The water spilled out of this little area and flooded this entire plain. There's a rock golem. Of course, there will always be one new monster. So, lake and rock golem. And this rock. This rock is new. Yeah, so what this rock prevents is sliding from here onto this plate. You'd slide down and then miss the plate. So I'll have to create a different situation for that. Alright, does the rest of the room play out? Do you have a connection yet? No, still nothing. Did any connections change? Unlikely. I don't think connections ever change. If there's going to be a new connection, it gets a new orb or plate. The fuse got longer, so I no longer have to interact with this in order to do that. I do still have to sacrifice a mirror or a golem to release that guard. Could I get a golem in that position? Yes. Definitely. So I could keep this mirror. Let me just go ahead and demonstrate that and make sure I understand it the way I think I do. Gonna need a little bit of assistance from other room geometry, but that is very doable. So the way this would work would be I get you way up here. I stall you on that, and then I do this. Okay, sure. For this attempt at the room, let's assume that's what I do. So I can have the guard right away without interacting with anything else. I could also blow up the water skipper right away without interacting with anything else. I see little reason not to, so let's assume that's what I do. So, I do still have to kill this Roach Queen, which would mean I would still have to interact with this, it seems. There's still enough room for me to stand here and retrieve that mirror without killing it or the Omplic. So I could put an obstacle, either a rock golem or a mirror, here, and allow something coming down that way to slide, as long as it wasn't holding a sword. So it looks like I could still do the same things, except this evil eye wouldn't be there in that case. And I don't have another movable obstacle. So no, I really would need both of these still in place, unless the guard can... Let's see, so that's still going to just kill the Roach Queen. She gets to lay one single egg and that's it. This continues to exist, and continues to be usable because this rock is here, not here, so a beam from there would not be blocked. Okay. But this rock prevents previous room's solution, so who is going on this plate? Definitely not Rock Golem. The only way that could happen is if it were already standing here or Beethro was not in this zone. Beethro would have to be in another zone to get it to move onto this plate from any direction. Not mirror, because it has to walk on after I'm in there. I think that guard solution is now guarded against, so the rock prevents that the same way that well, prevents using the guard in the way that it was used by everybody the first time it showed up, pretty much. So we're down to either Evil Eye or Omplic. Omplic looks more likely because I can stop its movement remotely and disrupt its beam and stuff. What do I gain from having an extra mirror? A mirror is definitely better at basically everything than a rock golem corpse. So I would not want to exchange these two resources, probably. The only way a golem corpse could be better is if I specifically need an Omplic to slide against the obstacle and not be stunned by looking at it. That could be an interesting linchpin to a room. Like, distinguish between these two elements and you want a golem because Omplic non-stun. Or something like that. Anyway, B3, you got me thinking like an architect now. So those still open when Omplic moves. Yeah, I don't know. I need to solve the problem of getting something on this plate. If it is Omplic. Wait a second. No, the Omplic just makes it because horizontal preference. Yeah, I'm in here, so it'll slide down, and that's fine, then it'll slide in the Evil Eye, so leave the Evil Eye asleep. Let the Omplic slide in with horizontal preference. Okay, so how do I make the Omplic move? It is because of this. Okay, what I was about to say was because of this, it is now impossible to enter this zone without waking the Evil Eye. But that's false. I see. Okay, I see. No. Now hold on. I think I do actually want the Rock Golem because the Omplic needs to slide on something without being stunned by it. So here's my thinking. I do the good old solution of lock the guard in here with the Evil Eye on it. I park the Omplic there, looking at that mirror. You know, I stab this orb, get the Omplic to look that way. And then I need an obstacle here, so it will slide, because the horizontal pref while you're in there. But he's going to land in a place where he's looking in this direction, because I won't be in this wedge. I'll be in this wedge. And he'll be looking southwest, and we'll see whatever's there. So that is actually the linchpin to this puzzle. You want the golem where the Evil Eye is. Ooh. That's going to take some doing, but it's doable. Specifically because he's better than the mirror in that one particular way. Cool. I love it. Oops. So as long as I only cross this column by stepping in this spot with my sword south, which will be a pain when I have the guard on me, but as long as I do that, then I can keep the, you know, not do things I don't want to do. Something, guard, something, this position's fine, you don't have to be exactly here. Is that true? No, because I have to be in this guard wedge for him to face his sword south, which means you will not move into this row, so you do specifically need to be different. That's fine, I can make you different, like, how? Okay, so Omplic manipulation gets a little more annoying, but still very doable. I cut myself off mid-sentence, then I forgot the sentence. Anyway, so dealing with this golem while the guard is out and about is going to be a pain. I might want to just park him elsewhere. Let's do that before I do this part. Hey golem, come over here. Actually, do I need to do the Roach Queen thing? Yes, I do. Okay, so order of operations. There are a lot of operations in this room now. Here's one, here's another. So leave the golem where he is, and during this process I can move him to a friendlier place, I think. Alright, so Roach Queen. She is a monster in the room, so she does need to be killed. Let's see, I do this to do that. Deal with that first, and now I have a reason to hurry here. Actually, no I don't. I can wait as long as I want in this position. That was as long as I wanted. A little longer, actually. Okay, so, mirror for me. Omplic, you are... When you're not my friend, you sure are a pest. Good thing you're usually being my friend, but boy, come on, just here. You have a staring match with that mirror right there. Perfect, that's what I wanted. Okay, guard is mine. Guard goes where he goes, Evil Eye comes with. Ouch, don't stab me. Cool, I missed the orb, Evil Eye waits there, guard comes this way. I'll do this the slightly less janky way. This is still pretty janky. How did I do this before? There was a good way that seemed more reasonable than the stuff that I'm doing here. Here. No, Evil Eye's still doing that. No, I do want the Evil Eye here. Okay, that's fine. Alright, now how was this? Do something weird and fiddly, and somehow the Evil Eye comes to me. The guard, like, protects me. Should I look at my demo in that other room? Let's see. How does... That's not it. I did this before. How did I do it? I don't know. Let's see if I can repeat this craziness. I mean, there are lots of other ways to do that, but I want to see how I did it here. So he was there, I was facing south, I ran in there, then up that diagonal, and that magic happened. Okay, got it. Ooh. So I want this situation. Run over here, this magic happens. I'm so glad this is not actually required, but it's cool that it works that way. That's so ridiculous. I love it. Alright, Omplic time. Omplic sees that, and everything is not set up. Rock Golem isn't where it needs to be. Let's not hit that orb yet. Golem time first. You go here. Perfect. So, hit that, do this, Omplic slides, Omplic hits the plate, and everything's cool. Great! Alright, let's use this exit. That won't be a good score. Nope. That's what I thought. Okay, let's probably not go to the next room. I'll just take my victory for now. Yeah, I'll step in there, tomorrow. No, the day after that. Sure. Alright, cool. I'll see you then. Let's see, this is Septence East. So we're past the halfway point, but there's still quite a bit to go. Alright, see you then.